Welcome back to T Fair's teachings. Today we are breaking down focus, the second pillar of TFF. Focus isn't just about paying attention, it's about where you put your energy, why you care, and how you stay locked in. And most people nowadays, they don't value their energy because we're giving our energy away to everything. Most people leak energy through distractions, drama, and doubt. Focus means protecting your energy and choosing where it goes on purpose. And the main thing with this is on purpose. Oftentimes, we could try to be completely focused on the wrong things, and then that's how we get caught up. That's how we make no progress. That's how we make it much more difficult for ourselves to get to where we want to go in our flow state. Because if we're using teachings, again, TFF is teachings, focus, and flow. So if we're using teachings, we learned about teachings yesterday. You can go watch that video actually on my channel right now. So that's my first part of this is teachings. I've done probably 3 or 4 different videos on each topic. So if you want to go check those out after this video or while you watch this video so you have a better reference, then you can go do that. If not, it's still gonna make the same sense because all it is focus. You can have one without the other. I personally can't because that's not how my belief system works, but you could, because if you come up with something else. Personally though, TFF, teachings, focus, and flow, it all builds on the same thing. So I must have my teachings before I can have my focus. And same goes for flow. So again, our focus comes from the teachings, and that just makes us realize like we have to learn on what we want to focus on. We have to learn what our goals are. And so personally, like my focus gets driven every single morning because I know that I'm gonna I'm gonna be so much bigger than I am right now. I'm gonna go get to where I want to go from where I am right now. And every single day is obstacle, or not even an obstacle, it's an opportunity for me to make that happen. It's an opportunity for me to put myself in 20-30 years in a better position than I am today. And that's my focus. So I now have a focus. Before, I was kind of telling myself, before I came up with TFF, it was like, shoot, I know I want to do these things, but I don't know how I'm gonna do them. I don't know what's that gonna require. I didn't know the framework. But since I came up with TFF, I know the framework because it's mine. It's my belief system. And I never the value of that is like exponential. Because if anything happens bad to me, okay, that was a teaching, TFF, that was teaching, TFF. How can I focus on that now? And then once I understood that everything is a teachings, my focus became so much better. It became so much easier because I really genuinely understood what I was trying to go towards. I understood my goal. And rather than just thinking, oh, that was an L, or oh, I don't know. How can I focus on that? I'm gonna watch film, but what should I focus on? Now it's like I'm intentionally doing things. I'm focused. I'm chasing something that I know is already there. So when you're doing that, the only thing I'm focused on now is just that singular goal. And if it's a teaching, if it's a loss, if it's a dub, whatever's in between me and that goal is just another lesson. It's just another way for me to propel myself to get to my goal better and faster and more streamlined and with more force. So then when I am there at the goal, I'm ready to perform. I'm ready to do what I need to do because I've kept my focus this whole time. I've used my teachings. I've kept my focus. And now that I have those two things aligned, the flow there's no other choice but for me to flow because I'll just go back to my lowest level of training. And even my lowest level of training has been extremely high because I've been focused and I've used teachings. So again, it's just beautiful because it's really all connected, y'all. Like it's all connected. It's all connected. And who would have thought, I would have never thought that I was the type of person to come up with this and try to put words or put a definition on how I what my belief system is. Because before it's interesting because I come from private school, come from the church, come from all that, and so it's they spam your belief system. They tell you believe this, believe this, believe this. And so for me it was I could take some of those teachings and apply them to myself, but then there's a lot of other stuff in religions and other cult areas that's I'm not really feeling that. I need to come up with my own stuff. I need to have my own belief system around whatever God, whatever anybody believes. That's what you have to do. Because if you're taking thoughts from everybody else, how are you going to focus on what you truly want? How are you going to focus on your intentions, on your goals? You're not. You're just going to be everybody else's parrot. You're going to be talking how everybody else talks. You're going to be giving everybody else's beliefs a voice behind your voice and not even your own, which is like, why would you ever want to do that? Why would you ever want to be a parrot for somebody else if you can just speak for yourself and be a grown, like, adult? Even if you're a kid, you should be able to speak for yourself. Obviously, like, there's respect, whatever. But, like, yeah, as a kid, like, I talked about this in my AAU video. We should be making people have belief systems before they even touch, like, an AAU court when you're a younger kid. And it's because the simple fact that there's so much stuff that can go wrong, quote unquote. Even if it's not wrong, even if it's AAU, who cares? It doesn't matter. But we get caught up with this instant gratification. We get caught up with this will or want. It's almost a projection through the parents most of the time, though. It's like the parents project onto them because they have worked their 9 to 5, and then they go to these tournaments on the weekend, and they expect it to be like the NCAA finals and stuff like that. So they're focused on the wrong things, and they're using the wrong teachings. They're using the teachings of, did I win this game or did I lose this game? And they don't realize, like, that doesn't even matter. That has nothing to do with your focus or your flow down the line when you're actually trying to be good. And that's another thing. I don't know if people actually want to be good at things, or if they want to just have, like, the instant gratification of, like, oh, I got a participation medal, I got a little trophy. Because if that's the case, then it's like a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about won't even apply to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It won't even apply if you're not trying to build something greater. If you're not trying to get past the addiction of short-term gratification, then TFF and, like, what I'm teaching will not work for you. It only works if you're trying to build something that's stable, if you're trying to build something with longevity that can last and that you can reference at all times. Because again, TFF, teachings, focus, and flow. We're always in teachings. We're always supposed to try to be in focus. We're supposed to give our energy to people. And then the flow state is just the bonus at the end, because once you've done the first 2 tasks, the third task is inevitable, which is just, man, it's nice. It's nice. And so I would say just one of the main things is learning what drives you and what actually, like, lights the fire within you. It's easier to ignore what doesn't. Your why will always sharpen your focus. So if you really care about something, it'll be easy for you to focus on that, because it's like, it's just eating at you alive. Like, you can tell, I was talking about a trainer yesterday, and he was like, you could just tell people that are, like, starving to be better, because it's like, they'll always be happening with him. They'll always be making sure that, like, they can work out, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's intention. That's focus right there. That's using teachings, knowing, hey, this guy's going to get me way better. And then saying, okay, let me focus on getting in contact. Let me focus on trying to perform when I'm at the workout. Let me focus on getting myself to the workout. These all require focus. All these things require focus. But they're based on your teachings, because it's like, I know he's going to help me. So let me use my teachings and focus on them. So then now when I go into the workout, I'm getting exponentially help. I'm getting 2 times the help, because I'm making sure that I'm fully locked in and focused. And then when that's the case, then it's like, okay, now when I can just not have to think about anything, like in a game, then that flow state that I have from my teachings and focus, because I was going intensely during those workouts, translates. It's all connected. And for me personally, hey, if y'all got a chip on your shoulder, keep it. When you got something to prove to yourself or the world, focus becomes survival. That goal becomes real, and distractions fade. So it's like, for me, man, I be seeing it every day. I'll wake up, look at, like, the market, look at these things, and then I'm looking at basketball. Like, I'm looking at the dudes that I played or that I'm going to play, and I'm making sure that, like, I'm just internalizing all of that. I'm just internalizing everything, and it just gets me hyped. Like, it's early in the morning. I'm ready to go, man. Like, it's just, oh, man. I'm about to go get some work in, so it's like, now I can go take this energy and this focus and this teachings and really go put in work, because, like, man, I just be sitting there, like, every day. I be getting this work in. After the workout, I'm just like, man, I'm so blessed. Like, I'm so blessed for the teachings that I've had in my life that have allowed for the opportunities that I'm going to get, because I earned them. and I've been working mad hard. And it's not even like I expect things to be it's like, nah, I knew this was like, I had to take the next level. I am the problem. I am the solution. And once I realized that, it's like I gave myself full control. Once I literally understood, like, I am the problem and I am the solution, I have full control over my life. Because you don't have control over my life. Nobody got control over because I am the problem. I am the solution. So now it's me versus me. And that's what people be saying. They be like, oh, it's me versus me. That's real life. Like, that's real life talk. Because I'm not gonna let no random like mess with my flow. And people I have in my circle now are like people that are supposed to be there. So it's like, once you eliminate that, and then you understand like a bunch of these people is just bots, like, it's green, bro. Like, y'all tripping, man. Like, y'all gonna see though, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure y'all like, sub, and comment. And this is what focus means to the TFF belief system. Not hustle for the sake of it, but controlled energy aimed at a clear reason. You apply this and your world starts to shift. Man, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm TFF, T-Fair's Teachings. Make sure y'all like, sub, comment, and turn on the notification bell. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm going to be back tomorrow for some more TFF reviews. I think we're going to be going into flow tomorrow because I did teachings yesterday, focus today, and flow tomorrow. TFF, I'm gone, man. I appreciate y'all. Bow.